Have you ever looked back at a relationship and wondered, how did I not see it? How did I miss all those warning signs? It's a question that haunts so many of us, isn't it? That lingering whisper of regret, the feeling that you were somehow blind to the very things that were slowly, subtly unraveling your peace, your joy, your very self. Today, we're diving deep into the shadows of our own perceptions, uncovering the top 5 red flags that most women, perhaps even you, miss until it's not just too late, but until the fabric of your life feels irreversibly altered. This isn't just about spotting a bad guy out there. It's about understanding the intricate dance between what we seek, what we tolerate, and what we subconsciously invite into our lives. It's about becoming a detective of your own psyche, a guardian of your own well-being. The world often tells us stories of fairy tale endings, of finding the one who completes us. But what if that very narrative, beautiful as it sounds, actually disarms us, makes us vulnerable to the subtle currents of manipulation and control? What if the greatest love story you'll ever embark on isn't with another person, but with yourself, a journey of radical self-discovery and unwavering self-worth? If this resonates with you, if you've ever felt that ache of misunderstanding or the quiet burn of betrayal, then take a moment, right now, to hit that like button. Join this community of seekers, of those brave enough to look inward and embrace the truth. And if you haven't already, subscribe and ring that notification bell, because we're about to embark on a journey that could fundamentally shift how you approach relationships forever. Let's begin with the first, and perhaps most insidious, red flag, the illusion of shared destiny. When he needs you more than he chooses you, we're often flattered, aren't we, by intense declarations of need. I can't live without you. You complete me. These phrases, so often romanticized in movies and songs, can actually be a prison disguised as a paradise. Carl Jung, in his profound wisdom, spoke of the concept of the shadow, the unconscious aspects of ourselves that we repress. When someone projects their entire sense of worth, their happiness, their very identity onto you, they are, in essence, making you responsible for their unexamined shadow. They are not choosing you from a place of wholeness, but needing you from a place of deficiency. Think of the man who, after only a few weeks, declares you his soulmate, his everything. It feels exhilarating, doesn't it? Like you've finally found someone who truly sees and values you. But look closer. Is he truly seeing you? Or is he seeing a solution to his own internal emptiness? Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, reminded us that he who is everywhere is nowhere. Similarly, he who finds his entire universe in you has likely not yet found his own center. This isn't love. It's a profound, often unconscious, form of psychological dependency. And while it may feel good in the moment to be needed, over time, it becomes an unbearable weight, slowly suffocating your individuality, your autonomy. You become not a partner, but a psychological crutch. And when that crutch inevitably splinters, the fall is devastating for both of you. The second red flag, intricately linked to the first, is the erosion of your boundaries. When your no becomes a whisper, this is subtle. It's not always about overt control or shouting. It often starts with tiny, almost imperceptible encroachments. A slight pushback on your plans, a gentle dismissal of your feelings, a persistent "but why not?" When you express a preference, you might find yourself saying yes when every fiber of your being screams no, simply to avoid conflict, to keep the peace, to not disappoint him. Over time, these small concessions accumulate like grains of sand until they form a formidable dune that completely obscures your own desires, your own voice. You start to lose touch with what you truly want, what you truly need. Your internal compass, once strong and clear, begins to spin wildly. This isn't just about asserting yourself, it's about preserving your soul. As Jung often suggested, the path to individuation, to becoming a whole, authentic self, requires a constant negotiation between our inner world and the outer demands. If your boundaries are constantly being dissolved, you are dissolving. This isn't love, it's a slow, gentle erasure. And one day, you look in the mirror and wonder who that stranger staring back at you is, because you no longer recognize the vibrant, confident woman you once were. Moving on to the third red flag, the constant shadow of unresolved anger when his past haunts your present. This isn't about someone having a past, we all do. It's about how that past is held and wielded. This red flag manifests as bitterness, cynicism, and an underlying current of resentment that seeps into every conversation, every interaction. He might constantly complain about ex-partners, about unfair circumstances, about how the world has wronged him. While empathy is crucial, there's a difference between acknowledging past pain and being trapped by it. This isn't about healthy processing. It's about a refusal to take personal responsibility, a deep-seated victim mentality. As Carl Jung would explain, these are unresolved complexes, emotional patterns, or beliefs that operate autonomously in the unconscious, driving behavior. When someone is consumed by unresolved anger, they are not truly present with you. They are fighting old battles, projecting old wounds onto new situations, and often onto you. You become a convenient target for their unexpressed rage, a stand-in for every person who ever hurt them. This isn't a sign of someone who needs your help, it's a sign of someone who needs to help themselves. And until they do, no amount of your love, your patience, or your understanding will ever be enough to heal their inner turmoil. You will find yourself walking on eggshells, constantly trying to soothe a storm that isn't yours to calm. The fourth red flag, often mistaken for passion or intensity, is the all-consuming jealousy, when his love becomes a cage. We're taught that a little jealousy can be flattering, a sign that someone truly cares. But there's a crucial distinction between healthy concern and possessive control. This red flag manifests as incessant questioning, checking your phone, isolating you from friends and family, or even subtly undermining your confidence to make you more dependent on him. It's not about protecting you. It's about controlling you. It stems from a deep insecurity within him, a fear of abandonment, and a profound lack of trust in himself and in you. He doesn't see you as an independent being with your own rich inner world. He sees you as an extension of himself, a possession to be guarded. Jung's concept of the collective unconscious reminds us of archetypal patterns. The archetype of the tyrant or the shadow king often manifests in those who seek absolute control, driven by their own inner emptiness and fear. This isn't love. It's an attempt to fill an internal void by possessing another. And while it may initially feel like intense devotion, it quickly morphs into a suffocating cage, leaving you feeling isolated, diminished, and profoundly lonely even when you're with him. True love gives freedom. False love demands submission. Finally, the fifth red flag, and perhaps the most heartbreaking, is the absence of empathy when your tears mean nothing. This isn't about someone being perfectly attuned to your every mood. We all have our moments of distraction or insensitivity. This is about a profound, consistent inability to connect with your emotional experience, to truly see your pain, your joy, your struggles. When you're upset, do they dismiss your feelings, turn it around to make it about them, or simply become emotionally unavailable? Do they lack the capacity to put themselves in your shoes, even for a moment? This isn't just a personality quirk. It's a fundamental deficit in their emotional architecture. As Jung eloquently stated, one cannot be whole without suffering. But when another person cannot bear witness to your suffering, cannot acknowledge it, cannot offer a space for it, then a true, deep connection is impossible. This isn't just about a lack of understanding, it's about a lack of humanity, a void where compassion should be. You will constantly feel unheard, unseen, and profoundly alone in their presence. Your vulnerability, instead of being met with comfort, will be met with indifference or even irritation. This isn't a relationship. It's a perpetual echo chamber where your voice never truly reaches the other side. These 5 red flags aren't just individual warning signs, they are often interconnected threads, weaving a complex tapestry of dysfunction. They are calls to examine not just the other person, but the parts of ourselves that attract or tolerate these patterns. Why do we overlook them? Often, it's because of our own unconscious needs, our own unexamined shadows. Perhaps we confuse intense need with deep love, or control with protection, or anger with passion. But the path to true, authentic connection begins with radical self. It begins with the courage to look at these patterns, both in others and within ourselves. So, what do we do with this knowledge? This isn't about condemnation, it's about liberation. It's about empowering you to make choices from a place of clarity and strength, not from confusion or desperation. It's about understanding that the greatest act of love you can offer another is to first love yourself completely, fiercely, unapologetically, when you know your worth, when your boundaries are clear, When your emotional landscape is tended, you naturally repel that which does not serve your highest good. You become a lighthouse, not a shipwreck. Remember, the journey of personal growth, of understanding the intricate dance of relationships and the profound depths of the human psyche, is a lifelong one. If this conversation has sparked something within you, if it has resonated with the truth you've always felt but perhaps couldn't articulate, then I urge you, once more, to like this video, to share it with someone who might need to hear these words, and to subscribe to this channel. Let's continue this journey together, exploring the hidden corners of our minds and hearts, illuminating the path to a life lived with intention, with wisdom, and with profound, authentic love. Because in the end, the most vital relationship you will ever cultivate is the one you have with your own soul. And when that relationship is strong, clear, and compassionate, you will draw to you only those who mirror that same profound respect and love. Thank you for being here, for your courage, and for your willingness to truly see. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep shining your light.